Sage, and now takes down Cassius. Now he's back in Grand Finals. So a fantastic loser's run to get here, and now we're going to see Core and Ness for the second time today. And I know this is not Gonzales' favorite matchup.
It's not any Ness's favorite matchup.
It's a rough matchup for Ness.
No, Corrin has many tools to get around Ness, whether or not it's avoiding, the main game plan of getting grabbed or being able to contest him in the air. We've talked time and time again this evening while the great Gonzales has been playing that Ness can fight very well in the air. He doesn't have to worry about much. Corrin, though? Corrin loves fighting in the air.
Yeah, and Corrin's aerial is all outrange. Ness is especially that back air right there. Good auto-cancel dare there to get land, and he gets the grab. Pretty close game so far. We saw the last set between these two go very, very tight. Ended up with a crazy edge guard from Gonzales where he just barely made it back and kept Frozen out of the range.
Yeah, incredibly gutsy play and smart control over his character were able to win it out for him. And if not for the caliber of Ness play the great Gonzales brings to the table, I genuinely feel like Frozen can have an easy ride through here, but it wasn't an easy ride getting here, and it's not going to be one getting out.
Oh, and the side B right there punishes that down smash with the tipper of this pin. And now Frozen takes the first stock. This would be one of the great loser's runs that I've ever seen if he can bring this all the way back.
He'll certainly be one of Xeno's finest. And a very questionable counter search to get around that PK Thunder. I feel like Frozen would have been able to maneuver himself just with a simple hop. If he didn't have that hop, it's understandable. But nonetheless, he's staying alive until I speak again because...
Until you say the word alive.
Yeah, that always happens.
So a PSA, commentator's curse is a real thing.
That's legitimate. That's in the script.
Absolutely. We weren't supposed to tell them that, but yes.
Don't worry, it's another New York secret that everyone kind of knows.
Yeah, we all sort of know it. There's a lot of us in New York. Thank you, Devin.
Coming back into the match, we've got 79% in counting on Gons. Frozen really not looking too scared right now, and even sitting in shield.
That Nair clanked with the F smash, that would have killed him if it was a tipper hitbox. Good retreat there. Oh, the down tilt trap getting a ton of percent right there. And now with the back air, he's almost to back throw percent if he's at the ledge. He went for it right there, but Frozen was ready for it and just grabs him right out of it. Good Nair out of shield, and that's going to be Ness's best tool to punish Instapin on shield. Instapin not as safe on shield as a lot of people think it is.
Excellent DI from Gon's going to be keeping him in it, but he's going to be eating that.
Can't DI that one.
Takes game one.
So Frozen, one game away from getting a reset here after going down, as we mentioned, to Gonzales. Round of 16. It's been a while.
And that loss might have been a while ago this evening, but blood is still in the air. You can hear the crowd popping off of Frozen as he takes that one, and it wasn't even like that handily. The great Gonzales kept that a very close match, and we're going into game two on Final Destination.
I wonder what he banned if he let Ness have FD. Definitely Ness's best stage, according to any Ness main I've talked to.
They love
but
it.
Never mind. Very, very, very good conversion right there. Gets the forwarder into... Oh, wow. Great conversions coming out from both of these players right now. He was looking for the jab block setup right there, but able to get the jab 1, 2, 3 on the second place at least.
I feel like a long time ago, this match stopped being just Corrin and Ness, and it was really just Frozen versus Gons. The two of them playing to each other's tastes very well. You see the way that the great Gonzales is trying to maneuver around Frozen's aerial pressure. Meanwhile, Frozen trying his best to stick to the ground and let Instapin sort of take him around where he needs to.
That is not quite going to kill, but it's certainly closer than you might expect at 80%. Good Nair out of shield. He's consistently punishing the pin on shield with those neutral airs, and that's something that's really going to have to change for Frozen if he wants to keep going in the set. He's been winning so far, but that's an option that has not been punished as well as it is being right now. And I think that's an adjustment Gonzales has made that Frozen's going to have to make. But the up air's going to take that first stock, and now Gonzales has the lead. So Ness certainly at kill percent for quite a few Corrin moves, but not really in kill throw range yet. So Gonzales just safely sitting in shield right there, and then spot dodging the grab as Frozen approached him. He's already racked up 54%.
Not able to get the follow-up from down tilt into anything. Frozen looking like he's fishing for a kill almost right now, but...
And that right there was the first time we've seen Gonzales miss one of those punishes in quite a while. He went for, he accidentally grabbed. I think he was probably trying to neutral air, probably hit shield neutral air. That side B not quite going to take it, even with the forward kick.
Nice, too far into
Gonzales
the stage.
sitting at 141% and still alive, and now Frozen definitely a back throw percent. Up air from ledge, very good option right there by Frozen, and he can make it fairly safe by either pinning into stage or mixing it up with his up B timing when he regrabs.
However, you know, he's sitting at 111%. Gon's coming off a fresh stock. It's going to be very dangerous for how Frozen's going to attack on damage. Great Gonzales doesn't really need to do much.
No, he really just needs a back throw anywhere near the ledge at this point. But that was a very good string from Frozen. The landing nair into forward air, neutral air. And he's certainly racking up some percent. Back air off stage will kill at this point.
Not only that, but a well-spaced up air, and the Great Gonzales can just clean this out. But that being said,
Side B almost going to take it. Wow.
these Dragon Lunges just keep on catching Gons on these landings.
There it is again.
And
He's really trying to abuse Ness's air dodge, and Ness has quite possibly the best air dodge in the game, putting him into the Z-axis. Oh, the double PK Thunder, a great recovery mix-up. But the side B still not going to take it. What a finish right here in this game 2. Gonzales trying to take a game and send this first set to a game 3. Frozen looking for the bracket reset. Nair out of shield, not quite going to kill.
These hits just knocking both opponents left and right. No one positioned well to be able to secure any of these kill moves.
A grab from either character will kill at this point, or an up air, or pretty much anything.
Side
B
solid hit
is going to take it, and we have a bracket reset.
Frozen resets the bracket on the Great Gonzales, and we are sitting out in a best-of-3 situation. This is it for the night.
Wow, what a spectacular game right there. Both players pushed to their absolute limit as Frozen finally gets the kill right at the very end. They were both at percent for a grab, both at percent for all of their opponent's kill moves right there, both hitting over 130 for a solid 30 seconds or so.
Now both of these players are going to have to play past their limits as they've got true finals ahead of them, and they're going to have to play an entire set again.
Yeah, that was a great job by Frozen to get the bracket reset. Now he's got to do it all over again, and we'll see who has the edge as we start off on Town and City this time. Oh, we did not see the stage the first set. I think we saw Smashville. We saw Smashville and FD.
And I like this pick. I feel it's a neutral stage as far as both of these characters are concerned, but it's very volatile in how it's a neutral stage. All of those platforms give Frozen so much space to maneuver himself, but the smaller blast zones make things very dangerous for what the Great Gonzales is able to offer. His throws being able to kill earlier and his up air being a lot more potent.
And I think another important thing to notice is this stage does transform into FD. So I think Gonzales needs to take advantage of it when it does as much as possible, because I definitely think Ness has the edge on FD. We saw him counterpick there and almost get the game in that first set. Oh, a tipper down smash!
And it's going to kill!
The tipper on Corrin's down smash is as strong as her forward smash and has a better launch angle. So
it certainly
worked out kill right there very, very early, and Frozen one stock away from taking the lead here in true finals.
He is feeling the heat of New York right now. Frozen not giving up and is just putting out tons of pressure on Gons, having only 78% built up on him throughout that entire first stock.
And we're, ooh, good heal right there. We're still seeing Gonzales go for PK Thunder edge guards, even though Corrin's up B goes right through that. And I think we're going to need to see a change there. Maybe see him go for some down smashes or some back airs.
Yeah, some
back airs are pretty
back
good.
air is going to do it, and with a little bit of rage back down behind it, it's just what Gons needed to get himself back into the game. Even a neat little combo right out the gate, too, putting on some percentage on Frozen. But Frozen is not giving up his game plan. He's just staying just barely out of range for Gons to be able to put out any pressure while still being able to have all of that mobility available to him.
So let's see if Gonzales can start to bring this back. Definitely in Frozen's favor right now, but now we get the transformation into FD. We'll see if Gonzales can take advantage of this open space right here. I definitely think Corrin benefits more from platforms than Ness. Good PK Fire to grab right there. He's still going for that PK Thunder. He has not been able to get an edge guard with that yet, but so much damage from these PK Fires.
These resets have just been phenomenal from Gons.
And the sweet spot Bear almost going to take it.
He's a lot.
Oh, he went for the forward air through that.
He eats the damage from the Dragon Ascent. A very risky move from the Great Gonzales, but it's not enough.
Forward kick from the side B, still not going to take it quite yet. Frozen going for the back airs off stage. Gonzales just going to drop to ledge. Certainly at back throw percent near the ledge, but Ness getting closer and closer to that side B.
Yeah, he's fishing for these back airs, but I like that. It's keeping a lot of his options fresh. If he goes in for the up air, it could be a viable mix-up. But an air is going to do it.
3 straight games for Frozen here in Grand Finals.
Frozen is 1 game away from being able to take XenoSixtyThree from one of the hardest losers runs we've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, he lost to winners round 3 in this very matchup, and he is now 1 game away from a 4-0 in Grands. Spectacular play by Frozen so far, but every game has certainly been close. We're going to see Gonzales go right back to town and city right here.
And I like this stage. I feel like this stage really played to Great Gonzales' favor. But Frozen has just had such phenomenal movement and has been able to punish every little mistake that the Great Gonzales makes, whether it be in micro-spacing to just not being able to land the right way.
Definitely, and we're seeing so many early percent strings here coming out from Frozen. Good recovery with the high thunder to allow him to get back to the ledge, but still, pretty significant lead early on for Frozen. He's 1 game away from winning this from, as we mentioned, an insane loser's run, and he's got a lead early on. There we go. That's what Gonzales has been looking for this whole time, getting the tail of that PK Thunder, but Frozen's still able to just up B again through the strong hit of it before he gets skims.
Yeah, while his timing,
oh, that would have been stock. He got the jab block, but he fell off.
Phenomenal on those PK Thunders ones. However, because of how awkward the hurt box is set on Dragon Ascent, it's very difficult to catch it once he starts that lifting motion.
Yeah, it's a very disjointed move, Dragon Ascent, and so we've seen it sort of cancel out the PK Thunder before it can really get to Corrin, but you can't cancel out the... Wow, you can't cancel out the tail of it, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to cancel anything out right there. Frozen is 1 stock away from winning XenoSixtyThree after getting that tipper side B and taking Gonzales' first stock here in Game 2 of True Finals.
Yeah, and just like from Game 1, sitting at relatively low percentages early on and just keeping the pressure. Great Gonzales has nowhere to move. He jumps, he gets contested in the air. He's on the ground, he has to worry about insta-pin pressure. At every moment, Frozen is riding on his shadow, putting out tons of pressure.
And we saw another punish on an up B right there. We saw Gonzales go for the up B to juggle. Frozen just nared right through it and then hit him while he was still in end lag. There we go. That's more of what he's been looking for. Gets the double hit of up B into the neutral air, and now he almost gets the gimp, but Frozen saved his double jump. Very, very smart play from Frozen right there. The nair up air conversion taking on even more damage. Gonzales at 68 on his tournament stock right now.
And we have a very dangerous situation ahead of us for the Great Gonzales, sitting at 83% against Rage Corrin with the kind of assault that we've seen Frozen putting forward to him this evening. There's a chance that it can end just like this.
And that's how that stock ends with the back throw. We're at last stock here on Game 2, but Frozen with a significant lead right now, 95% up on Great Gonzales in certainly a favorable matchup. This is going to be a tough comeback for Gonzales if he wants to push this to a last game.
It's certainly doable for him, though. He's done it once before this evening, and he's done it against plenty of strong opponents. But Frozen is not giving up.
Frozen is in the zone right now. He has been absolutely dominant so far, but he had his jump stolen right there by Gonzales' weak hit back air, and we are going to a Game 3 here in True Finals at XenoSixtyThree.
Final match for tonight, and with an amazing edge guard from Gons.
Wow.
Just able to snatch victory right from the jaws of Corrin. The final match of tonight will be on Battlefield.
I like the counter pick. I think this is... I don't think Ness particularly struggles on this stage, but I certainly think he gets more out of flat stages and more open stages. Whereas I think this is quite possibly Corrin's best stage, certainly up there. We saw him be willing to take Fox to this stage, so certainly going to take him here against Ness. And we'll see how this goes. Another early lead for Frozen.
And as far as the pick into a tripod is concerned, I very much like the fact that Frozen decided to go into Battlefield as opposed to Dreamland, because the fact that the stage is ever so slightly pushed in more. The platforms are a little bit more spaced out, but most importantly, those big blast zones. And yes, we just saw that they helped Gons, but that's not going to matter. That's all sorts of room.
Great angle by Gonzales. He saw the counter coming from Frozen, goes just a little bit above the ledge. If he had gone any higher up, he wouldn't have been able to drift to the ledge. Finds the perfect angle to recover right there, but he's still at a 50% deficit on this first stock.
It's just tons of space for Frozen to control, but he does it so effectively. It makes it very difficult for the Great Gonzales to be able to move in to any sense of advantage. That being said, one mishap at the ledge, and all of a sudden, Gons is back in control.
Good nair to cover that neutral getup. And, wow, he's still going with these edge guards. Now he's getting these edge guards the way he wants to. But Frozen saved his jump that entire time.
with excellent hurtbox shifting from the great Gonzales. He's still sticking it in there. Both characters building up plenty of rage right now, and it's just
Gonzales doing such a good job, like just using how good Ness's air dodge is to avoid all of these follow-ups from Frozen.
You know,
but these back airs are totally safe, and Gonzales having a tough time getting in. He gets back air right there, but he's not quite going to take the stock. Gon's sitting at 139. I like the mind games with the little bunny hop there.
Oh,
certainly close to percent where up throw will kill Ness at this point. Back throw will, of course, kill Corrin anywhere near the ledge. Air dodges into the ground, and the up throw is going to take the first stock.
To do it, and Frozen is now sitting in position to win this Xeno with great Gonzales sitting on his
Xeno is going crazy right now as the back air takes it for Gonzales. Last stock situation right here. The final game of the night, 0% to 0%, and Gonzales is going to strike first.
He's going to open up with a solid 40%, continuing to juggle with these up airs.
So we've seen Frozen in the lead almost this entire set. All of Gonzales' wins have been comebacks. Now we see Gonzales with a 50% lead on last stock, but Frozen still has shown the potential to take control of the neutral. Let's see what he can do right here. If he can get Ness in a disadvantaged state.
It's all a matter about if he can get that
great downer right there. He gets a ton of damage off that.
The pressure is on both of these players. The highest it's been this entire night, where the great Gonzales is sitting in a fantastic position right now as he tries to guard the ledge.
So he was still in N-lag from that Thunder. He's starting to do better with that, but still being a little bit unsafe sometimes. And it allowed Frozen to get back to stage and now start to take control of this game once again. Very close game right now. Just about 20% separating these two on the final game of the night.
Corrin sitting at 91%, and quickly the great Gonzales' percentages are climbing.
PK Fire. Oh, this is dangerous at this point. If he can get a conversion off of a PK Fire, that could take out... There, gets him off stage. Goes for the PK Thunder edge guard. Corrin just going to up B through it. Oh, space is just out of the grab range right there. Spectacular micro spacing.
And he manages to fall out of the first hit.
He slips out of the pin. Wow, what a spectacular set right now. Frozen catches him with the kickback.
The entire venue is bating their breaths as they watch to see the final hits of this battle.
And he can do it. He did Frozen wins XenoSixtyThree.
Free Saltine Frozen has defended the homestead. The camera is
body. Oh my God, what a game.
That is it. Your XenoSixtyThree winner for this evening is Free Saltine's Frozen.
Wow.
Taking an amazing
what
down
a spectacular Xeno. That back air, he caught him DIing away, and Frozen takes first place here at XenoSixtyThree with one of the best losers runs I have ever seen. Lost to Great Gonzales, as we mentioned, in round 3, goes into losers bracket, takes out Ling Ling, one of the top players in New England. Takes out Riz, the Meta Knight, then Jen, the Ryu, then of course some of the top players in all of New York, John Numbers to kill Sage, and Cassius before going to Grands and double eliminating the very person who sent him into losers bracket, the Great Gonzales. Spectacular run from Frozen, and he wins XenoSixtyThree.
He wins an impressive He wins an impressive Xeno. He wins one of
the most stacked Xenos I think I've ever seen.
One of the most tense Xenos. The entire venue.
That was one of the best sets I've seen here. That was unbelievable. Just what a game right there. That is definitely a very good matchup for Corrin, but the expertise Gonzales showed in playing that matchup was very impressive. And he made it very, very hard for Frozen to really get anything going in neutral.
Yeah.
And Frozen, to his credit, just kept going. He got that early gimp in game 2. He had a couple of near comebacks, but Frozen kept with it, and he was able to win XenoSixtyThree.
And, it really goes without saying that despite it being such a matchup heavily in favor of Frozen, the great Gonzales was able to push things past their limits down to the very edge. Both of these players playing down to their core.
So many games just where both players were at kill percent for a grab, for an up air, etc. Such a tense grand finals, especially that second set. I mean, we saw Frozen sort of run away with one of the game's first set, and the other one was close, but he seemed pretty in control. That second set, every game was last hit. Gonzales managed to win game 2, of course, with that early gimp, and he had it. He had a chance where he was at back throw percent. He was possibly at up air percent, higher up on the stage, but Frozen stuck with it. He eventually catches him DIing wrong with that back air and takes XenoSixtyThree, winning, I believe, 7 sets in losers bracket.
A truly climactic finish.
So, yeah, really spectacular day right here at XenoSixtyThree. Thank you all for watching. I don't know if we're going to get an interview or if we're just going to sign off for now.
We bet we're going to get an interview.
Let's see, is Frozen here? Yeah.
That was one of the most anime finishes to a Xeno in a very long time. Get out of here, you filthy Ness main.
Wow.
All right. Throw up those heads. We're going to have a quick change of seats.
Yep.
Sure. All right, guys. We're going to get that interview on the way. Oh, you love this hype shit. Follow us on everything. Subscribe. Everything just goes back in the stream, makes the events better. Going to try and do some really cool stuff with anything that we make. And here's your... Goddamn, here's your goddamn interview. Jesus. And why?
I am joined here by the hero of the Empire State, Frozen himself.
Hey guys.
So, how do you feel?
I think it's still setting in. Like the shock is like starting to go away now, because like I haven't even gotten this far to Xeno at super long time. I beat a lot of my demons. I think I lost a cast last time and I lost a Sage. So overall, like I felt pretty good, especially when. So I lost to Gons in winners, right?
Right.
So after that, I was like really angry, but like in a good way, because I felt like I was using that anger as like a way of like playing better.
All right.
I think it was working out. So.
And we had mentioned earlier on stream that this is one of the most impressive losers runs we've seen, not just this quarter, but this year as a whole here at Xeno. You've pushed through many a demon. Out from into top 16 for winners was where you fell, and you just climbed through all the way through.
I was determined. Like I wanted to get my run back. That's what it was. Like I didn't want to lose like that in winners.
You certainly did.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of adjustments do you feel that you made to fighting Gons in Grand Finals as opposed to when you saw him earlier in bracket?
I started going for so I had this game plan where it's like, all right, so it's hard to punish Ness's air dodge if you didn't realize. Yeah. You were probably commenting on it. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I don't really need to win the punish game against Ness. I just need to like win neutral, just stay my distance. I have pin. Like that's what I was thinking of. I didn't go for as many grabs in the grand set because I was fearing spot dodge grab from Ness, like run up spot dodge. So I was like, you know what? I can abuse my range advantage. I could just stay safe, and that's how I cleaned out with the back air.
And
yeah,
lo and behold, you did.
Man, I'm sweating. That was intense. Yeah, like I really didn't want to, especially after the second game of grands where I died at like 0. Like I didn't, not like that. Like wasn't happening.
No, I feel you though.
Yeah.
The pressure was on, and you rode it out like a champion, man. So. Congratulations to winning tonight.
Thank you so much.
I think that's it for us tonight. Do you have anything else you'd like to say to the audience?
Shout outs to all my fans and supporters. You guys are the best. You keep me going in this game. I probably would have quit a long time ago if it wasn't for all the support. So
it's nice to hear.
Core and mains everywhere. You guys are pretty cool people. Oh, and of course, Staten Island homies. I don't know. They're like over there right now, but they came with me today. They were backing me up during a lot of my sets. Yeah, so I'm proud of that.
All right, well, you heard it here first. It's tonight's champion, Frozen. You can catch him here fairly often. You're here almost all the time.
Yeah, I can actually start coming like every week now.
There you go. You want to catch that top core and play, you know exactly where to do it right here at Xeno. I'm pretty sure that's it for the night. Yeah. Everyone is tired out from watching that. I'd assume you're kind of tired.
Yeah, I can't wait to just go home and sleep. The greatest sleep of my life. Yeah, but otherwise, just like follow us, I guess, on these little Twitters right here. Yeah. Right there.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yep, there we
go.
go.
And I guess have a good night, guys.
That's it for us. Peace.
All right.